Andrew Constant and Nicholas Scott continue their dynamic duo story as Nightwing and Batman are besieged by the Magistrate and are forced to team up to stop the evil government soldiers once and for all. Andrew Constant does a great job of running with the story he set up in the first issue, and build on it here by reversing the roles of Nightwing and Batman, with Batman now being the more inexperienced and younger one, with Dick being the more grizzled, cynical, older mentor. I like how much the role suited Nightwing, and it was a good way for him to be briefly mentoring Jace on how to be a better Batman and hero. Speaking of Jace, his role in the story was kinda lacking, since he was meant to be looking for the killer of the little girl from the first issue, but the reveal that it was just the Peacekeeper kinda really felt tacked on and last minute, almost like the story was forgotten about and just remembered at the last second. Nicholas Scott again delivers some wonderful looking art. Scott really knows her way around the Bat family and draws some really awesome looking characters, especially in this issue, which featured almost all of the Bat family and Resistance in their cool new outfits, all of which look very functional and a very simplified redesign and nothing too over the top. Future State Nightwing issue 2 was a pretty cool team-up issue that concluded Nightwing's portion of Future State. I enjoyed an older, more experienced Dick Grayson taking the lead here to teach Batman a thing or two while also building up more of the Magistrate and future Gotham lore. The only downside this issue was Batman's little plot felt tacked on in this part of the story. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. Future State Nightwing issue 2 finds the Jackal News reporting on the Magistrate's siege of Arkham, where Nightwing, the leader of the Resistance, is holed up. Peacekeeper 6 tells the news reporter that the only method to deal with dangerous criminals like Nightwing is without mercy. Dick watches inside his base, telling Batman this isn't being broadcast live despite what the reporter is saying, so Dick says when it's presented, it will be thought as live for authenticity. Batman notes how there's nothing like owning a fascist news network to get your propaganda everywhere. Dick reveals that the news networks are being used to break and humiliate him, and it's why they tracked him there rather than on the streets, since victory at Arkham can be total. Dick wants to get to culling their ranks, unleashing an EMP wave that knocks out all of the cybers and drones, as Dick knows that it will fry most of the cameras, but anything bigger will be back online very soon. Batman asks what comes next, so Dick tells him to leave, as the EMP would give him ample time to slip out undetected and he better hurry. Nightwing outfits himself with his weapons, but Batman stops him, asking why he's trying to protect him, since he chose this life himself and he chose to come and find Nightwing to prove himself. Dick says what he's got planned is high on the risk versus reward scale, and if he doesn't live, Gotham needs Batman, so he can't be there with him. Batman understands, but from what he knows, Batman decides who he needs to help in Gotham, and right now, that's Nightwing. Dick doesn't fight it, knowing the dynamic duo are back. Batman and Nightwing take to the Magistrate guards, attacking the men quickly and taking them down. Nightwing knows that there is room for improvement in Batman's form, and the Dark Knight knows there always is, as Dick interrogates one of the men, learning that he's got shoot-on-sight kill orders under any conditions, even if they surrender. Batman critiques Dick's line of questioning as more men come shooting their way in, and Dick saves Batman, pushing him out of the way as they continue to assault the officers. Peacekeeper 6 is alerted to her comms coming back online, but her men who went into the asylum haven't reported back. She orders missiles to be fired at the building, knowing the men aren't coming back, so the tanks fire, demolishing what is left of Arkham. The villain finds the fire beautiful as the cybers come back online. She tells her men to fire again as Batgirl and the Resistance arrive, attacking the Magistrate and the Peacekeepers. In the asylum rubble, Dick finds the Resistance has arrived, learning that Batman called them. Dick is angered since that wasn't his decision to make. Batman says he did hear Dick say that, but also how Gotham needed Batman and it needs Batman just as much as its heroes need Nightwing, so they are all going to escape together. Nightwing asks for help up, as outside, the Resistance continues to push the Magistrate back. Batgirl tells them that the rescue mission is almost over and it's time to leave, but Peacekeeper 6 confronts her, saying that she is going to flay the skin from her bones and turn her into a coat. She wonders if the hero didn't think that they would be prepared for this, but Batgirl knows that they weren't even close, wondering if they mind if their leader joins them. Behind the villains comes Nightwing's car, which smashes into the cybers before taking off into the city as the news reporter is angered they got no footage to work with. truth. Peacekeeper 6 kills the man as she takes off in her own car. Batman and Nightwing meanwhile escape through the city, heading to a Bloodhaven safe house Nightwing has set up. Batman apologizes for contacting the Resistance team, but he had to after already losing the first Batman. Nightwing knows that he did the right thing since losing his hero made him overprotective of the other heroes, and he doesn't need to be protective of them. Batman hopes that this means he's in their little club now, but Nightwing just hopes that he got what he was after. Suddenly their car is smashed into by Peacekeeper 6, flipping it into a construction site. Nightwing crawls from the wreckage as Peacekeeper 6 confronts him, not having any idea he was working with the Batman, but it always makes up for the rest of the night. Nightwing tells Batman to watch out for her cyber arms since they punch really hard and destroy anything they grab. Peacekeeper easily grabs the heroes, flinging them around as Batman knows that she's the one who killed Sarah Dowell. The villain says that Batman poisoned the little girl's mind and her death was a cure. Peacekeeper 6 is suddenly electrocuted by Nightwing's batons as the hero calls Peacekeeper 6 Elizabeth Marcus, her former name before becoming a villain, saying everything about her was expunged and it was all done as a favor from Peacekeeper 1 after her parents were murdered when she was 14 by the Joker. Nightwing knows what it's like to have a family destroyed and to lose the ones you love, and they aren't the villains she wants them to be. The woman says that the villains and heroes are all scum that needs to be cleansed away, just like what they did to his Batman. Nightwing knows that she will never stop Batman since he is forever. The villain rushes the hero, battling it out with him until Batman grabs the woman's fist, preventing her from smashing the hero with her cybernetic arms. He throws her into the rubble, trapping her under it as the woman thinks that the heroes will kill her now, but she'll just be replaced by Tomorrow's End. Nightwing knows that they are not going to kill her since she would become a martyr, but what he wants is her reputation and that of the magistrates. He reveals the whole battle has been recorded by nanoswarm cameras that he had following them all through Arkham Asylum and now the construction site. The woman knows that he can't do this, but Nightwing tells her that he will see her at the premiere of it. Batman is impressed with Dick's big moves, and Dick knows big moves is how they will beat the magistrates since they have Gotham's media bought and paid for, but the internet is always hungry for content. Batman asks if there are any redundancies in this plan if it didn't work, and Dick says the footage would have been automatically uploaded and his Arkham systems would have been wiped. Batman finds him to be thorough, and Dick knows that he was taught well as he takes in the new morning dawn, knowing it's just another day in the life of a superhero.